Hello all, in this video we will talk something about called the interior angle on the same side. So that means in Chinese it's called 同旁內角. It's the whole name because same side means 同旁. 內角, it means the interior angle. So you must know the meaning of what is the meaning of the interior angle? That means you will see the relationship between the E and F in this parallel line. Obviously, you can say this angle here and with the angle here is also the interior angle. So what is the relationship between E and F? Obviously, this one is, they will add together will be 180 degrees because we know that just the extension of the corresponding angle. We know this one angle is equal to F, right? We can move it and top to here. So you can see F and E add together will be 180 degrees because the adjacent angles on straight line. So we will say, this E and F will be 180 degrees. So we call this interior angles with the AB parallel CD. So this is just easiest for you to understand what's the meaning of the interior angle. In case most of the time I will say just a C, the English C, take the letter C, so that you will see this one is the interior angle every time. Just like the Z in the alternate angle, we will have C for the interior angle. So make you understand this one is called C. Okay, so you can know how to do this question easily. Okay, now let's look at the example. What can we have in the example so you can understand the question immediately? Okay, now let's look at the teaching example 11.1. We are going to find out the value of A and B immediately. So what can we do? Just first of all, we draw the C first. You can see this one is a C that we're going to have it. Okay, now this one is the C. I'm sorry. Okay, we have this one. And this one, and this one. So this is a C. Okay, you can look at this line here, just a C. Okay, so we have this one is a C. And then what can we do now is that we are going to add these two together to 180 degrees. Because we know that these two add together will be 180 degrees. So A plus 112 degrees will equal to 180 degrees. This one is called the interior angle, INT dot. Angles. Which parallel lines we use is AB parallel CD. So we have AB parallel CD. So we have A plus 112. And then we can find out the answer immediately. That is A will equal to 68 degrees. Okay, you can solve the problem easily. This one is called 68 by calculation. And then after that, you will see B must be equal to A immediately because we have learned it before that it's called the vertically opposite angle. So we can see B is equal to 8 and equal to 68 degrees. So you can say this one is called the vertical opposite angles immediately. And so that you can solve the problem right now. Okay, now I will give you 30 seconds. Why don't you try the quick practice 11.11 so that you can learn something here. Okay, now we will solve the problem of the quick practice 11.11. If you cannot finish, just pause the video now. Now let's draw it. First of all, you will have a C here to find a Y. This is the interior angle. We have the interior angle here, but you will see this interior angle contains two unknowns at the same time, so we cannot solve it. So we must find either X or Y first. Why don't we find X first? Because this one obviously is the vertically opposite angle. So we will write down 2X is equal to 50 degrees. We can write down this one is called the vertically opposite angles. So we write that X is equal to 25 degrees. So we can solve the problem immediately. And then we will use 2X, that is 50 degrees, plus Y will be equal to 180 degrees, we will use the interior angle. That means 2 times 25 degrees plus y equals 180 degrees. This one is called the interior angles AB parallel CD. So you see y is equal to 130 degrees immediately, so that you can solve the problem with the interior angle. Okay, now this is the quick practice 11.11. Now we'll go to the teaching example 11.12. This time we will use 2 reasons for parallel lines at the same time. Okay, this question. In the figure, AQC is a straight line and AB is parallel CD and parallel PQ. You will see 3 parallel lines and find X and Y. Obviously, we are going to find out X first. So you will see this one is obviously a C. Okay. And then also you can say, can I use the Z also? Yes, we will use the Z later. So why don't we draw it first? We'll use C here. Okay, we draw here. So we can use this green one as one reason. And we will use the orange one as the second reason. This is the alternate angles. We will have it here. Okay, we will use these 2 angles. It's the same time. But look at this one. For the orange one, you will see y and 2x. You will have 2 unknowns. So we cannot solve it at the same time. So why don't we use the green one? Because for the green one, for the angle top, you will use the unknown x. And for the green one, you have 2x is also the unknown x. So we can solve the green one immediately. So we will use the interior angle first and we'll use the alternate angle next. So what can we write down? We will write down here. 144 degrees minus x plus 2x will equals 180 degrees. Okay, use the green one. We call this one interior angles. We have AB parallel CD. So we can solve the problem immediately. And this is 144 degree plus x equals 180 degree. So x is equal to 36 degrees. We can solve the problem immediately. And then we can write down y will equal to 2x. Y is equal to 2 times 36 degrees is equal to 2x. So this one is called the alternate angles because this is the orange one. But this time it's not AB parallel CD. We will use the PQ and the CD. So we will write down this one is PQ parallel CD here. So this is the reason we are going to use. So y is equal to 72 degrees. So we can solve the problem immediately. Make sure that you use the AB parallel CD for green one, and we use the PQ parallel CD for the alternate one. So make sure that you know which one is the interior angle and which one is the alternate angle. So now we will go to the next part of it. And we will go to the quick practice 11.12. So now this is your turn. Please find out the unknown x and unknown y in 30 seconds. Okay, now we are going to discuss the quick practice 11.12. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video. Look at this question. Obviously, we can see a C immediately. Although you know that we can use these adjacent angles from straight line, but you will see x and y are both 2 unknowns that we need to find. So we cannot use it. And we can use the slide one. Although you can slide the angles, but you will find this one is a little bit problem for this one, because this line you will see they have also 2 unknown x and y. So the only one we can use is called the interior angle. We'll use the C here. Okay, we use the C here so that we can solve the problem immediately and find the x. And then we can solve y with the adjacent angles on straight line. So why don't we write down 3x plus x plus 20 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Reason, interior angles. This time is PQ and RS. So we write down PQ parallel RS. Okay, so this is 3x plus x plus 20 degrees. So we have 4x plus 20 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So we have 4x is equal to 160 degrees and x is equal to 40 degrees. So that we can solve x is equal to 40 degrees immediately. And finally, we can use the adjacent angles on straight line because these two angles will add together 180 degrees once again. So we have 40 degrees plus 20 degrees plus y will equals to 180 degrees. The reason here is called the adjacent angles on straight line. Okay, so we have something like this. So what can we do is that y will equal to 120 degrees immediately. So you can see every time you know that this question is not difficult for you to find out the answer, but the difficult part of this is how you think to do this question. Okay, you can use adjacent angles on straight line, but we have two unknowns. We can use the corresponding angles, but we can see we have two unknowns also. So we can only use the interior angle. Every time you must check all the possibilities. So make sure that you know how to do this question. You can do one or more times to do this question with different ways, and you will find that you will be more and more you'll be more comfortable and you'll get more successful in these topics. Okay, so make sure that you know how to do this. And then finally, we will go to the teaching example 11.13 in this video and also the correct practice. Okay, this one we will include 3 reasons at the same time. We use 3 of them, so make sure that you know how to do this. Okay, one by one. First of all, you will see obviously we can find x and we can find y at the same time. So you know that at the same time, most of them I think that you can see immediately. Z, okay, the z here. I think you can see this z here. So that I think you can see this one is obviously an x. Okay, you can see this one is also an x, but you must write that. Okay, also. But if you use the adjacent angles on straight line here, you will see you have two unknown x and y also. So this time, the best way you are going to find is that you better find out the x before you find the y. So you can solve the problem immediately. In case you can also solve the y, but I think that you can, if you're clever enough, you will see corresponding angle can help to do the y also. Okay, so there are many ways for you to do the teaching example, this one. Okay, next one we are going to use is this one, AB parallel CD. Here, you will see this C here. This is also C. You can turn it to 180 degrees. You will see English a capital letter C. Okay, you will see this one 72 plus x plus 80 degrees. This one is also a C. So why don't we write down the first step, the first method that we can use? We use the green one and the orange one and then the adjacent angles on straight line. So first of all, method 1. What can we use now? Okay, first of all, we use the interior angle. 72 degrees plus x plus 80 degree will equal to 180 degree. The reason is called interior angles. AB parallel CD. AB parallel CD. Okay, we can use this reason immediately. And then we can write down the answer immediately is that 72 degrees plus x is equal to 100 degrees. So x is equal to 28 degrees. So we can solve it immediately. And then we're going to find out y, but before it, we will use the BDE. So why don't we write down angle BDE will equal to 28 degrees also, because the reason is the Z, the orange one, that is the X. So we are going to write down this one is called the alternate angles. This time we use the CB parallel DE. So we follow the flow of the parallel line CB parallel DE. So we write down CB parallel DE. Okay, so we know that this is 28 degrees, and we can use the adjacent angles on straight line. There is 80 degrees plus 28 degrees plus y will equal to 180 degrees. The reason is called adjacent angles on straight line, and you will find that the y will equal to 72 degrees once again. So you can solve the problem immediately also. So you will see this 72 degrees. So that means we can use method 2 at the same time. This one we solve all the problem here. X we know and Y we know. So we can finish here. And then we can, why don't we use another method to solve the same problem? This is called the method 2. We can do it at the same time. But this time I want to find a Y first. I don't like to follow the steps of X and Y. I want to find out the Y first. Is this okay? Yes, it's okay. First of all, you can use this one, A, B, and C D parallel. You will see a Z here. So this one obviously is 72 degrees. So you know that Y and 72 degrees is a corresponding angle relation. So we can also find out the Y first. And then we can use the angle sum of triangle to find out the X also. So we can solve the problem also immediately. So why don't we write down the steps of this one? Okay, now let's look at this. Angle BCD is equal to 72 degrees. We know that this is C. So this one is called the alternate angles. And we are going to use AB and CD. So this is AB parallel CD. So we can solve the problem, the 72 degrees. And now we can solve the X and Y immediately. If I want to calculate Y is equal to 72 degrees immediately because this is the corresponding angle. With the parallel lines, we can slide here from here. So we'll see the same answer. So this one is the corresponding angles. But this time we use the CB parallel DE. CB parallel DE. And finally, we can find out the X. This is the angle sum of triangle. X plus 72 degrees plus 80 degrees will equal to 180 degrees. Once again, this one is angle sum of triangle. This is not adjacent angles on straight line because this is the angles inside the triangle. So finally, you will see X is once again 28 degrees. So we will also solve the Y is equal to 70 degrees. We get the same answer. And also the X is equal to 28 degrees. So we can write it down here, X, Y, Y, and X. So we can do everything. I will give full mark for this method, and I also will give the full mark for this method. So never mind which method you are going to use, the way that you can find the problem is the most important. Okay, so first of all, you must know how to do this question. I hope that you can do it right, but don't do half of it and do half of it. You will find it troublesome. And now next time, I'm going to tell you that you are going to find out the correct practice 11.13. I hope that you can know how to find out the X and Y, but I think that there are only one method here for you to solve the problem. Okay, so now 30 seconds for you to do this question. Okay, now if you cannot finish, just pause the video now and I will tell you the answer. Okay, now first of all, obviously, for getting marks in your examination, you will see if I can find one of the unknown better, then I find nothing. So why don't we find the X first? Because we can obviously see here the Z here. This one is the Z, right? This one is the Z, right? So you will see X is equal to 108 degree immediately. X is equal to 108 degree. And so this C, so this one is called the alternate angles. And then we can see CD or BD, you can CD parallel EF. So immediately you can find out the X is equal to 108 degree. So if you want to find Y, you can use the angle sum of triangle, right? But we do not have this angle. So what can we do? Obviously, if we want to find this angle, we are going to use the other parallel lines. You can see a C here, right? Immediately. This one is C. This one is a C. So why don't we use this C to solve the problem? And we are going to find the angle ABC with 108 degree and then solve the problem. So we will use angle ABC plus 108 degree equal to 180 degree. So this one is called the interior angles because this is C, and then we use BA parallel DE. So BA parallel DE So we have something like this. And we can write that angle ABC is equal to 72 degrees. And finally, we know that this one is 72 degrees. So we can use the angle sum of triangle. We can use phi y plus 72 degree plus 7 degree is equal to 180 degrees. So this one is called angle sum of triangle. So y will equal to 38 degrees. So you can solve the problem immediately. We found out the x, we found out also the y. Okay, so we can solve the problem immediately. So make sure that you know what you are going to do here to understand how you can use all these reasons well, because until now you have 7 reasons. So make sure that you know all these 7 reasons well before you go to your examination. Okay, thanks for watching in this video. Bye bye.